I was actually scratching a ticket. Can I walk out back?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, that's just I communicate with that.
It's not just ghosts. It's not just cryptozoology or aliens. It's all of it.
And what are we doing today, Matt?
Almost like Chewbacca. Like, you guys want to do a little beatbox live?
There is nothing wrong with your radio. Do not attempt to adjust the channel. The Bridgewater Triangle is now controlling the transmission. It is controlling the frequency. A mysterious energy is now controlling the airwaves that are about to bend your mind and stretch your imagination beyond its limits and take you to a place so powerful you may never be able to return. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which could only reach out from the Bridgewater Triangle's outer limits.
Welcome to the Bridgewater Triangle. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to Banter with Richie B. You can see where we're going, right? I know you're smart viewers. I'm headed into the Bridgewater Triangle for a little bit, and I want you to come with me. I want anybody in my local area. I know there's people all around that watch. I got my Canadian friend watching right now. The Bridgewater Triangle is a crazy place. I always think it should be expanded. I don't agree with the exact format of it. You know what I mean? But I think we should expand it. But we're going to get into it this week and next week. It's going to be a 2-week segment about the Bridgewater Triangle. And I'm going to have a few guests on. You know what I mean? But I thought tonight we might keep it in-house. And I thought, look how big that thing is over there. Look at that. That's huge. Good evening, my para brother. It's like super, super huge. But I thought we should keep it in-house tonight, right? And maybe get somebody on the side that's local. I got a lot of local friends in there. What's up, Woj? What's up? Let me fit this up. Look at a hairy beast. Look who says that. Right? This is what I got to deal with. Anyways, Woj, my boy, man. We went out bigfooting last week on in the Bridgewater Triangle, actually. And boy, do we have some fun, my man. That was a good time, right? I'm going to say hi to everybody real quick. What's up, Andrew? Always good to see you. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Listen, these next couple of weeks are going to be insane on my show, okay? Insane. We're going to get into Bridgewater Triangle. We're just going to pick apart the research of it this week. You know, there might be some added facts you don't know about, or, you know, maybe you'll nod off. I have no idea what your deal is. You know what I mean? But the Bridgewater Triangle is a place where I've lived my whole life, and I've always heard things about it, the Hoppermark Swamp and Skim Milk Bridge. You know, you got the King Philip's War. You have all kinds of crazy stuff that happened right here where I live. And I'm like, I love the place. I own property in the place. Why don't we just start tapping into that? And the beautiful part about it is it's going to lead up to Saturday at 6 when my new paranormal show starts. Oh, what's that? Breaking news. Yeah, breaking news this Saturday, 6 p.m. It's in between y'all getting ready to go out and stuff, so I don't want no complaints, okay? All right? And we got Drew Babineau from the Haunted Raven Photography. I don't know if you ever been to any para shows or any different shows around or even online and check this dude's work out, man. He goes out, he does investigating and things like that. He takes pictures and stuff, and his pictures are insane. And I'm not talking like evidence pictures. I'm talking like a hallway or a chair or an old phone on the wall or something. Just crazy stuff that he's super talented, man. And I wanted him on my show right away. And I said, man, I do a lot of cryptid stuff on Tuesdays, right? Well, why don't we get a separate night on the platform? Oh, by the way, the platform, I'm sorry. Did I not say the P3 platform? Oh, my goodness. I am live and happening on the Get Haunted Paranormal Network with all my podcasting brothers and sisters. Check it out. Check out all their shows, man. You got the Paranormal Voice up top over here, my boy Dale. You got Unturned Pages with Russ Stiver. He's got that new show. I got to look at the name of that because I know I'm going to mess it up. Compass of Curiosities, I believe it is. Something like that. But anyways, he's got a super kick-ass show. So make sure you check out that P3 network, man. Bunch of shows on there that are absolutely kick-ass. You got Matt Warner for Matt Warner Productions. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Paranormally Blonde. You got Wednesday Live at 1 o'clock with Rob and Sarah. That's always fun. That's a good time. Oh, we got our friend Courtney Peterson. Thank you for your love and support, Courtney. Oh, your picture's super cool. I think I know her. Don't tell anybody. But anyways, back to the Bridgewater Triangle. What I'm going to do is we're going to pick apart the Bridgewater Triangle. We're going to pick out some of the stories about it. All right. Some of the history about it, some of the locations. We're going to get into certain locations with you. There's UFOs, there's aliens, there's all kinds of things that go on. There's TV shows that come here and do their shows about the Bridgewater Triangle. You can go on right now and look up the Bridgewater Triangle and watch stuff on YouTube. History Channel did something about it. So it is absolutely it's mind-blowing. There's so many things. See, some of the stuff though, I was like, oh, come on, man. Like there's a big black snake that went around the Hobbermark swamp, you know. I'm not totally sold on a lot of things. Don't get me wrong, because people will say things, you know what I mean? Yep, I know. I knew that would get you, Deal. Yep. That's what I was going for too, buddy. Huh? Now you're mine. Let's see. Oh, my boy Paul Rixey there. Supernatural smorgasbord. Yes, that's a great way to put it. I like that. Nice pictures. That's Colorado where your boy is, right? Looks super cool, man. Love you, Rixey boy. So yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start picking apart some articles. There's Bigfoot sightings in the Bridgewater Triangle, right close to my actual property in Bridgewater. So I know I'm not totally crazy there. You know, I'm just not sold on the big black snake yet. You know what I mean? So exactly. Folklores and truth, you have to find the difference. Quote by my friend Courtney Peterson. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive into this. I got a super special guest tonight. You all know her as my producer. Well, my producer, Bobby Lee, not only is she super talented, put it in that opening. You like that opening where the Bridgewater Triangle transmission thing? That was absolutely kick-ass. All I got to do is put it in my head and envision it and then yell it out. And she's like, oh, I got that. Boom. All that for your entertainment. You're welcome. So Bobby Lee's the gift behind all that stuff. But I also know she loves to research. You know what I mean? So I reached out to her and I said, listen, we have a lot of guests. You know, we can have guests on whenever we want. You know what I mean? I love my guests. I can have experts on whenever we want. And I said, why don't we keep this one in-house? To be honest with you, I had COVID for a couple of weeks or whatever that was, 8 days, something like that. Well, guess what? My kids came home from school and gave me the common cold, because why not? So the whole month of January, I've been sick. I mean, really silly, right? But so there it is, right? So anyways, I was like, why don't we just keep it in-house? And I want to talk about something that I love. That's where I live. That's where I'm from, and this is definitely one of the things is the Freetown Forest, is again, the Hobbermark Swamp, the Dighton Rock. There's all kinds of crazy things. The people from that did that show, Skinwalker Ranch, they actually had a spinoff from that. They came over and had all kinds of things go on with their equipment. It's just crazy, super cool stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So real quick, a question I just noticed on the side. So my ADD goes, wee. Especially when I haven't taken my meds. Anyways, don't judge. Richie, you ever seen an orange orb at the Bridgewater Triangle? Okay, so there is a group that investigates the Bridgewater Triangle, and what they're called is what do they call them? Where's my tooth? What are you talking about? I don't know. There's a light that you see. A lot of people have it on evidence where they go down, they walk down this path, or whatever. They take a picture, and there's lights in the woods, and you're in the middle of nowhere. And the orb light lights up and goes off, and it's an orange orb. So obviously, if my friend from Canada can do a little research and have a little knowledge of the Bridgewater Triangle, what is your excuse? You got none. He's in Canada. What's in Canada? Like nothing's in Canada except him. He's the only one in Canada. Aren't you the only one in Canada, bro? Let's see. Sucks. 'Tis the season. You ain't kidding. I feel like that chick on that car right there on your picture, Courtney. That's me right there every day. And then Richie wants to know, where is your tooth? I lost it in a hockey match. Yeah, I took a stick up in the lip. I did, right in the lip. I told the kid 3 times, keep your stick down, bro, because he went by my face like this, and boom, broke it right off at the gum. I had to call timeout, blood all over the ice. I found it stuck in my tongue. I had to pull it out of my tongue and put it on the dasher. And I went back and played, finished the game. Anyways, that's my hockey life. You know what I mean? Hey, Sam, what's that? What's up? Wasabi. Remember, there was a commercial about that one long time ago. Good to see you, Sam. Sam's got really, really cool stuff on YouTube. I always talk her up every time because I go and I get lost in her stuff. It's like a rabbit hole. Excuse me. And it's like I don't know, like little productions, I guess, is what I would say. I don't know if I'm doing them any justice, Sam. But you go in there and check them out, man. They're all recordings. I thought she did like podcasts. I was like, oh, you do podcasts? She's like, oh no, I just do it like this, blah, blah, blah. But I want to have her on the show sometime. See, I want you on the show sometime so you can talk about what you do and how you do it and where your mind goes, because that's the key to everything. You know what I mean? That's the key to everything, isn't it? Isn't it like, for me, what I love about my podcast is the creativity, the blood gets flowing. It could be a Wednesday, 3 PM, and I'm at work and I'm like, oh my God, I should try that. You know what I mean? It lets you just do anything you want. It's a world that is yours. You get to create it. And that's what I love about it. And I've spoken many times about my son, Jack. He's right here up in heaven. And after I lost him, it was just like, man, I just want to do whatever my passion tells me to do. I don't want to do what the clock tells me to do. And this is the thing I do. And I love it. And that's what I love about Sam's work. You can tell that she just gets lost in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd love to have her on the show sometime. And yeah, it's just a great time. So today, if anybody's on the side that knows anything about the Bridgewater Triangle, if you have a story about the Bridgewater Triangle, and I'm sorry if you're not local, I apologize. But if you've done your research even, and you're not in the area, and you want to tell the story or read it on air, today's the day to do it, because we're going to send you an invite to get your ass on screen. So it's just that simple. That's what we have, a whole setup for you. You can go right into a special messenger that my super producer, Bobby Lee, made. And you can get the link to go to StreamYard, and boom, you're on my screen, and we can hang out and talk tonight. So we got a couple hours, so we want to get somebody in here. So I want somebody there. Let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kathleen. Yes, he is. Fine young man. I have him over my house a lot. He's a good kid, man. We have a lot of fun with him. He's a good dude. I call him a dude, right? He's kind of like a dude, doesn't he? He kind of acts like a dude, right? Little Aiden. He's like, yo, what's up, man? I think one time we did a show and he came in, he wanted to show his shirt that we made. And he's like, yo, check out my shirt. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Oh, thank you, Steve White. It is a fun, amazing show. My show is fun and amazing. All right. I love fun and amazing. I think that's good terminology right there. Thank you. Because it's wide open. It's your show. I want you to be on it. If you have something to add to it and you want to come on screen and talk about it, then what the hell? Come on screen and talk about it, okay? I can send you right to Bobby Lee. She'll do some magic shit that I know nothing about, because I'm good with technology. I'm just not Bobby Lee with technology. Two different freaking worlds, okay? So let's get on with the show here. And yes, we do. You guys want a minute? Hang on, Courtney and her friend Steve are talking. Go ahead, Steve, your turn. Oh, Jenny Davis is here. Good evening, Jenny Davis. Thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. Got to check out her show, Unturned Pages. I believe that I got it right now. It's Sunday night at 9:00, correct, Jenny? If you want to tell everybody that. Oh, wait. I got it right here. Stop. Everybody stop. Right, there it is. Boom. There it is. Right there. That's it, right, Jenny? How'd I do? I do good? Huh? Yeah, you see that stuff? Magic, right? Bobby Lee technology. Totally different than Richie technology. I just click a button after it's all made. Right? Pretty cool, right? And then, I made up some swear words one time when I was having a meeting, so we don't want to put those up there. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I made that one up one time when I was having a meeting about Bigfoot with my buddy Wojo. Wojo for the win. That's the things. Those are the things I can do. I can't do what she does. So But check out those shows, man. They're great shows, and you'll enjoy yourself with them. And oh, okay. Barbara can't stay long. Hang on. I can't stay long, but I wanted to say hi. This is my friend Barbara. I show her rocks off all the time. Check out her rocks. Bigfoot rocks. She does all kinds of rocks, all nature rocks and chicken rocks and duck rocks. And it's called Ashby Artwork. ASHBEE. Is that correct, Barbara? So check her stuff out online. She's kick-ass. She's an enthusiast. She loves to research. She's open to all kinds of things, all different oddities and stuff like that. So let's see. Oh, and Whispers Within. That's the one I was thinking of. I'm sorry. That's the one. Yes, Whispers Within on Thursdays at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central Time. I thought I'd never have to say that. If you'd like to join the show, oh, look at this. See? If you'd like to join the show, you come on the show right now. We'll talk about the Bridgewater Triangle, man. I mean, how many podcasts do that? Seriously. Right? Look at this. Oh, we're on, this is that Facebook. This is the Get Haunted, and this is the YouTube. You have no excuse. If you know something about the damn Bridgewater Triangle, come on out and hang with us. Always, Jenny. Absolutely. Much love for you guys. You guys are good people, man. That's the other thing I got to tell you, getting into the podcast world before we get into the Bridgewater Triangle. I've met some awesome people already, and we have our own messenger and stuff. And it's like me and my buddies from softball. It's just funny, raw, open humor, anywhere type stuff. Nobody gets offended about nothing. We laugh, joke, and we talk business, man. We're all about the business too, and it's just so great, man. Oh, good. I'd love to have Matt Warner on, man. I love his stuff too. Matt Warner, his is Unpopular Opinion. I did it. I don't know the nights or anything, but I'll find out. He a great podcast out of him. He also does stuff over at the Hotspots Hall in Rockland. That's where I met Rob and Sarah from the Get Haunted Network. They were the South Shore Paracon that Matt Warner Productions put on. And he's such a good dude, man. So I'd be open to absolutely having Matt Warner on anytime. Jump right in. I don't even care if he's on the side, he can jump in, or we can set something up. But that's a great idea, Jenny. Thank you. So without further ado, I don't know where she went. Producer, are you there? Let's add Bobby Lee to the stage and let her say hi. Oh, she added herself.
Hey there.
Showing off. Everybody, the great Bobby Lee. She is
How's it going?
She's on screen tonight. Can you imagine that? I convinced her to come on screen. She likes to hide behind the producer thing, right? I got her to come on screen tonight for all you guys. Enjoy yourselves. There she is, Bobby Lee. Say hello to the world. Say hello, world.
Do I have to do like that wave?
Yeah, you could do the wave. Yeah. You got
The queens.
I'm constantly offended in the softball message, you dirty bastards. That's a good point. Thanks, Tim. All right, let's go. Look at all the love for Bobby Lee, man. Hang on. Oh, been to the Bridgewater message. Oh, wait. Let me get all the love for you, Bobby Lee. Hang on before you get going. Look at the love. And then what's this one?
Hey.
Been to Bridgewater, Massachusetts several times. Never got to venture into the Triangle. Lots of mysterious things go on in there. You're right, Steve. And we're gonna pop into them tonight and next week. And next week we are gonna bring in some friends, experts, researchers, people that have more knowledge, that have had experiences in the Bridgewater Triangle. So this week, tonight, and next week, make sure you stay tuned. The following week, oh, do I got a Bigfoot show for you coming? I'm so excited. But we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Oh, there's my boy Wojo. He says, hi, Bobby
Wojo,
Lee.
what's going on? Jenny, Courtney, Sam, so good to see you.
Yep. Thank you, Bobby Lee, for all you do. We appreciate you. The show wouldn't be nothing without you, except just me and everybody that loves looking at me. So maybe it would be
And
something.
I don't know how she did it, but my mother, Kathy Hubbard, was the one that talked about my son up in Canada. She's on listening. So hello, Mom.
I saw that and I responded, and I knew it would be on my best behavior.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so watch it because she's listening tonight.
Hey, listen, whenever Mom's on, anybody's mom is on.
Paranormal voice, hi.
Yeah, that's
anybody's
my boy
mom.
Dale Quigley. You remember him from Alphabet Soup, right?
Yep.
I don't know
Yes,
if Michael John's there, but I'm pretty sure that's just Dale. But I'm going to be appearing on their show February 21st, I believe the date is. I have to look at my calendar. It's actually in Notion. How'd I do?
You did Notion, yeah.
Bobby Lee was getting frustrated because the caveman wasn't using the proper technology to keep track of shit. So let's get cracking. Good
All
to
right.
meet you, Bobby. My friend Courtney says.
Nice to meet you, Courtney.
I don't believe that's her in the picture, but she's probably experienced a few things like that in her life. I'm sure we all have, right?
We've all been there. I'm sure.
We've all been there. Yes, we've all been there upside down outside of a European vehicle.
On my way back in from Canada, I was that way once.
Yeah.
Ask a couple of my friends from Quincy, you know?
I woke up in England like that one time, but that's a whole different story. We don't want to get into that. Sometimes you end up on planes you're not supposed to be on. It's just the way it was back in the day, you know. So
sometimes they got to turn you around before you cross the border, you know.
Yeah, those damn 80s, you know. They were, oh, what's this? Oh, it's my birthday week pick. Yeah. Now I can definitely relate. Except now that I'm so old, I would never get up from that position. You'd have to call an EMT or something. You know what I mean?
That'd be it.
Yeah. So there we go. Nice to see you, Bobby. Bobby getting all the love that she deserves, man. She's talented, multi-talented. Trust me, does all kinds of things. So, all right. So,
on air though, not so talented. So we'll see how it goes.
You're doing great, man. You're gonna be just fine tonight. You're my guest tonight, so I get to badger you and ask you questions. I'm gonna bring up some things. One of the things we were talking about before the show was Joe DeAndre, right? And I know we didn't pull up a lot of stuff about him, but I liked his story. So Joe DeAndre had a Bigfoot sighting in Bridgewater, like 2 miles from my property, which a lot of people don't understand. This is one of the reasons why I think the triangle should be expanded, because where he saw Bigfoot is like right on the edge. You know what I mean? Like Bigfoot, like walked out of the triangle, came back in the triangle, walked out of the triangle, came back in the triangle. You know what I mean? So it should be like I think it should be expanded is my point. So anyways, he is all over the internet. You can look him up and find out about him. He had a Bigfoot sighting. He went on to be a pretty renowned researcher. And we'll have more information on him as the show goes on. And obviously next week, I want to talk more about his Bigfoot sighting. But there's so many other things that happen in the Bridgewater Triangles, from missing people, from mysterious murders, from ghost stories, from obviously the King Philip's War. I mean, think of that. The King Philip's War, if you're from this area, I mean, it happened right here. What's up, Bill? How you doing, buddy? Bill Gerard, my boy. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. And there's so many things that happen. Bobby Lee, what's the first thing you'd like to talk about that happened at the Bridgewater Triangle? What do you got? Anything good?
I mean, my favorite thing is the history behind why they believe it's cursed. So the sacred ground, the Native Americans, the Wampanoags during the King Philip's War. I think that is fascinating to me.
And how they say it affected it, though? Like, was it a curse? Because I know they were at war for a lot longer than actually the war was recorded. It went on. There was skirmishes beyond the actual war that was in like the Hobbamock Swamp, right?
Right.
And then I think it was out in Western Mass. So they had the war continued. Do we have history on that war?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, well, look at this. Well, yeah, I can ask Bobby Lee something. She's like, yeah, a little bit. What's this? Is this a production? Yeah?
Yeah. My screen froze. Give me a second here.
No, my screen don't freeze. What's this? Oh, look at this. I just pulled it up. No, stay away. I got it. Check this out. So the Bridgewater Triangle is 200 square miles in southeastern Massachusetts. Freetown, it goes from Freetown to Rehoboth to Abington. It's believed to be active due to King Philip's War, mass burial grounds of Native Americans, Wampanoag, and English settlers alike. Lost wampum belt, and coined by the cryptozoologist. Where'd she go? She left. Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman. And I just lost Bobby Lee. Anybody know where she went? Courtney, she go over your house? Huh? Interesting. So years ago, when I was out hanging with some friends of mine, it was the Grovies, and we used to hang. That was our name. We had like 100-something people, but we were going to camp out in the swamp. I believe some people did. I don't know which ones did, but we were going to camp out in the swamp because we were hearing about this. We were hearing about the snake. We were hearing about people missing. We were hearing about the aliens, UFOs. There's been abductions. So that was one of the big things we were doing. You know what I mean? And then it says here, yeah, I'm going to look up some stuff for you. So this is on. So on Channel 5 years ago, they had a story about a UFO sighting. No, she's not with you. I don't know where she went, man. I lost her. She left. You know what I mean? Oh well. She'll be back, I'm sure. But so they had UFO. These things are like documented, and then there was even one that I find mind blowing. There was a guy named Bill Russo. And Bill Russo had what he called a Pukwudgie sighting. Now I don't know much about Pukwudgies, right? And I'm not even like, I don't know if I'm sold on this stuff. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of, and I believe they have the ties to the Native Americans. There was a what was it? Oh, I think Bobby Lee just came back. Let me see. Oh, there she is. Oh, at the stage. Oh, there you are.
Hey, sorry, my
No, that's all right. I checked with Courtney. She said you were not with her. Hey, Josh Nichols, man. Banter. What's up, Josh boy? What up, buddy? Oh, I want to get on and do a round of Fortnite before bedtime, bro. All right. That mustache looks fly, my man. This is my man down in South Carolina, everybody. My 5th son is named after him. He's a great friend, loyal. Let's see. Puck whatevers are like the New Jersey Devil. No, Pukwudgies, I don't think I like that. So what I'm going to do, let me pull something up here. Let's do some research together, right?
So I looked at this a little bit. The Pukwudgie, I believe it's called. It's a native. It's like little people. They're called like tricksters, right? So they're considered tricksters in the Wampanoag culture.
So yeah, exactly. So what I was watching last week, where was she? She was hey Joshua, there you go. Hey, Johnny boy's here. What's up, Johnny Rambo? That's my boy down in South Carolina. That's my boy's brother. So they're both my boys down there. Johnny is he works with cheese. Let's just put it that way. He works with cheese. He's a cheese employee. All right. And then, oh, there my friend Sam saying hi to Joshua. What's up, man? So yeah, let's get, where were you headed? Because you left and I took over the show and now you're back. So you can come back on and talk. So I explained a little bit about this slide here, which is the location, which again, if you look at this triangle, look at the right side. I believe the right side should be pulled out about 20 miles, to be honest with you. That's my opinion, right? Because if you look at it, I don't know if we can enlarge it anymore. Oh, I left everybody. There we go. I don't know how to get back. That's the only problem. Oh, there it goes. Exit full screen. So if you see it goes from Rehoboth to Freetown, I think it should come over to Lakeville, Middleborough, all the way up to Whitman, and then into Abington. So it's actually like another 100 square miles, I believe, should be added to this triangle. And not only me, fellow researchers that I have spoken to, they agree. You know what I mean? This was kind of coined to kind of, I think, I don't want to put anything bad on Lon Coleman, but it was almost to like incorporate it. You know what I mean? To give it
equate
a name.
it with the Bermuda Triangle. You know, you get a triangle of the three. Why don't we just change it to a hexagon? I mean, that's also kind of part of the paranormal computer. Just, you know, we'll do the 5 sides instead. Yeah,
I agree with that. And Courtney, yes, they are like elementals. That's that's one of the comparisons that I have heard. Who's the woman that is the crone? She's on my I don't know if she's on the side tonight, but she's very informative when it comes to Pukwudgies. I was watching her show the other day with Rob and Sarah. But I don't know if I could pull up pictures of Pukwudgies, but
the description made it sound like the native version of leprechauns, right? They're like little tricksters.
Oh, yeah, I got a Wikipedia right here. Check this out. A Pukwudgie, also spelled whatever, as little wild man of the woods that vanishes, is a human-like creature of the Wampanoag folklore found in Delaware, Prince Edward Island, and parts of Indiana and Massachusetts, sometimes to be said to be 2 to 3 feet tall. Oof. And then it has a mythology with it. According to legend, Pukwudgies can appear and disappear at will, shapeshift, of which the most common form is a creature that looks like a porcupine from the back and a half a troll, half human from the front and walks upright. It lures people to their deaths by using magic, launch poison arrows, and create fire. What the freak? Listen, man. I would shit my pants if I saw this. I mean, did that not just get hot fast? You know what I mean? Jack Kent investigated some homes just outside of the triangle. He said some of them were extremely exactly. So, Steve, you get it. Steve, can I ask where you're from, man? I don't think I've ever met you. Thank you for participating in my show. This is what I love. I love interaction on the side on a show, because to sit there and just watch people all the time, you know what I mean? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I want to be more interactive with my audience, and like I said, I want people to come on the screen and have fun. You know what I mean? So real quick, Bobby Lee, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over, but this is what I do.
No.
Native Americans believe that Pukwudgies were once friendly to humans, but then turned against them and are best left alone. Excuse me. According to law, a person who annoyed a Pukwudgie would be subject to nasty tricks by it, which is what Bobby Lee said, are subject to being followed by the Pukwudgie, who would cause trouble for them. They are known to kidnap people, push them off cliffs, attack their victims with short knives and spears, and use sand to blind their victims. This isn't Wikipedia, man. This isn't some fable bullshit. This is like factual stuff that people believe, I guess. Maybe not factual, but. So Steve White's from Oklahoma, although I did stay in Newton, Massachusetts for 6 months. Had a great time. The Boston Commons get kind of spooky. What kind of spooky are you talking about, bro?
Are you talking about paranormal spooky, or I need to find a police officer spooky?
I've been down to Lansdowne Street. You want to talk about fucking spooky? Woo! Quick, the cops are coming. No, that's good, man. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, right? Look at Courtney, same thing, right? Mind-blowing. This is crazy. Pukwudgies are said to be the enemies of culture heroes. The giant Moshop, what is that? And his wife, Granny Squannet. These are like, you can click on these and find out what the hell that is. One story from the Wampanoag folklore explains that they began causing mischief and tormenting the natives out of jealousy of the devotion and affection the natives had for the Moshop, who eventually exiled them to different parts of North America. The Pukwudgies have since been hostile to humans and took revenge by killing Moshop's 5 sons. Some variations even suggest that they killed Moshop himself. So that's a person. So I'm going to click on this. Is a mythical hero and giant from the Wampanoag folklore. He's said to have several companions, including a giant frog and his wife, Granny Squannet. What is happening in the woods around me, people? They talk about Massachusetts. Are you hearing this? This isn't like, hello all. Future Ghost Paranormal of New Jersey. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming. Love it. Hello, Linda. Good evening. Good evening. Awesome. No, I didn't even know all this. They're talking about giants and stuff. Like he had a problem with giant. You know what I mean? Like it killed his kids. We're talking about Pukwudgies.
And we went down the rabbit hole. Thank you for not taking medication today, Richie.
I am. Follow me. I promise you, it's safe in here.
Nobody was waiting. Nobody was expecting you to start reading Wikipedia articles for the show. So I feel like congratulations. We've made it. We have made it.
It wasn't even in the friggin' cards. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go on to the next one, and then I'll put more Wikipedia. Oh,
yeah, of course. I will stop and say, if you do want to come in on the show and talk Bridgewater Triangle, particularly if you have a lot of interest, join the Banter with Richie B podcast Alphabet Soup fan group. I've included the link to the StreamYard on there. So if you can get into the backstage, we might be able to pull you up.
Yeah, somebody do it. Let's go. Let's just have a conversation. 3 or 4.
Yeah, Wojo, giants and little people. I don't want to say, yeah.
I think it's safe to call a Pukwudgie that, though. Come on. It's a Pukwudgie. If you're happy and you know it, shake your bed.
Well, yours fell all out of the taxi over there, so look at that picture.
Yeah. Look who's talking, Courtney. No,
pick him up off the floor there.
Yeah, somebody go up. Scroll up. There's a link up there. Let's get you on the show right now. Let's go. I can carry up to 10. I don't care if we all come in here and just talk shit. Let's have some fun tonight. It's freaking Tuesday. What goes on a freaking Tuesday besides Banter with Richie B podcast? I mean, come on. Let's go. If you took meds, stay off. I want people without meds only. But you're supposed to take them, but you didn't. That's the key. All right, here we go. Look at Steve, man. Who's Steve? Paranormal Spooky. The Boston Commons dating back to the colonial times has so many unmarked graves. You're right about that, my brother. Throughout that park, it's crazy the days they did a lot of hangings. There's some were accused of witchcraft and others were accused of whatever they did wrong. But this was during colonial times dating back to the late 1600s. Even Paul Revere wrote through it. You're 100% correct. And I've read all that history. and there's many people buried in Boston. Trust me. There's cobblestone streets, Milk Street, all those areas in there. I had a furniture delivery company, and we used to go in and out of Boston, and all these spaces you didn't even know existed, man. You couldn't get trucks in. You had to walk half a block with a couch to go up a set of stairs that wound it up into a horsehair sale, and you could barely move. But seriously,
the walls of Fenway Park, they're
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're everywhere. No, he's right, man. Thank you for adding that, Steve. That's the stuff I'm talking about. If you want to come in and talk about the Bridgewater Triangle again, scroll up to the link and jump in. Who's going to be the first one to do it? Let's go. All right.
Hey,
so
and
Bobby,
it's a great segue too, because the 1600s, what we're talking about, why we think the Bridgewater Triangle is such a large activity for paranormal, is a large site for paranormal activity, has to do with the fact that the King Philip's War was largely fought in that area. There's a lot of live woods that have been untouched for many years. And so it's burial grounds for a lot of the Wampanoag and the English settlers alike. Aside from the burial grounds, they also believe that the land is cursed because the English settlers took what's called a wampum belt. It was a sacred artifact the Wampanoags had. And so they believe the Wampanoags cursed the land and the people that took the land because of that artifact being lost during the King Philip's War. So those are the two reasons that they believe the triangle is, in fact, a big spot for paranormal activity. So we've got a lot of New England stuff. We've got the Revolutionary War. We've fought with so many wars here. So there's a lot of unmarked graves, a lot of war, and a lot of blood was shed. So that was a great segue.
Yeah, that's good problems. Nice to see you. Doing well, bro. Oh, what's up, my man? Kava, what up, dude? Thanks for stopping by, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just living life the right way, I think, my man. That's the way we should do it. But yeah, what's funny is when I just pulled up something here, it says, which is what you were talking about, King's Philip War, also known as the First Indian War, the Great Narragansett War, or Metacom's Rebellion, which is a key phrase I hear a lot of, took place in southern New England from 1675 to 1676. Now, that's the main skirmish. Yeah, right. So here's the map up now she has. But there were skirmishes out in Western Mass and Northwestern Mass long afterwards, long after the King Philip was captured. So let's see. It was the Native Americans' last-ditch effort to avoid recognizing English authority and stop English settlement on their native lands. And what they did is they cursed the land. And that's what is said to be happened, is they cursed the land. So you imagine the cursing of the land, right? And then all the death, and then all the disrespect of the native burial grounds, and all the different things that go hand in hand with that. We have a big paranormal community. A lot of people here on the side are into the paranormal and the cryptids. You can imagine what something like that, some type of disrespect would bring to the area. You know what I mean? To the land itself. And I've done a lot of ghost hunting, a lot of paranormal investigations, and 9 out of 10. And honestly, I've done readings of houses and stuff like that. If you don't know, I haven't heard of a bit of a sensitive, and I've done readings before and things. And a lot of times it comes right back to the land. And I can see where it begins, kind of, you know what I mean? So this land is, I believe, if they say it's cursed, it's definitely cursed, because there's shit that happens even on my property that's freaking nuts. So yeah, that's crazy. So the King Philip's War, it's this. Look at this stuff I got. See, this is what I like, man. Sometimes I don't want to sit here with a book in front of me because I took notes all week. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Shit ton of negative energy. That's the layman's term for what happened after the King Philip's curse. It's a shit ton of negative activity or energy.
Yeah, to put it lightly.
Right. Put it in a way we all can understand. That's right, Jim. We got a bunch of negative activity over here. Back to you, Bob. But so yeah, so you have all these different things. There's one in here, like the Battle of Bloody Brook, that's really, really, really messy. And it says on 1675, the New England Confederation declared war against King Philip and his followers. A week later, around 700 Nipmuc Indians ambushed a militia group escorting a wagon train of colonists. Almost all colonists and militia were killed in the fighting. known as the Battle of Bloody Brook. So that's kind of where it gets turned up a notch, where it really gets violent. And now the colonists are mad, and now it's a full-on war. Not saying that they started it. It was already started. They already declared war on these peoples. They had to do what they had to do to defend their land, right? So, hoping to prevent a spring Indian onslaught, Plymouth Colony's governor, Josiah Winslow, gathered the colonial militia and attacked a massive Narragansett Wampanoag fortification near the Great Swamp in West Kingston, Rhode Island, on December of 1675. So that's what I'm saying. Now we're into Rhode Island. Why do we have the triangle like where it is? And you know what I mean? It should be a massive land, and the triangle thing, like you said, corporation off the triangle itself. You know what I mean? Yeah, you walk into these woods around here. I'm telling you, people, when you walk in, like my woods and the property I own in the Bridgewater Triangle, I walk in there and you can feel it. I've had guests in there with me, and let me know when you. Oh, hang on, sorry, I just saw something. ADD. Yeah, let me know when you plan on that. Absolutely, man. I got a friend of mine. I just went out Bigfoot with him the other day. He Future Ghost Paranormal in New Jersey. Give me a name, please. Sorry, because I don't want to keep going. Future Ghost of Paranormal of New Jersey. I have a question. Anyways, he's in the Hobbamock Swamp all the freaking time, dude. He was supposed to be a guest tonight, but now he's got COVID. So hopefully he'll be here next week. Him and another guest of mine. We're gonna have all kinds of cool conversations about this stuff. So yeah, please do. I would love to know that. This war is from Connecticut to Maine. So yeah, a big area. Yeah, you're right, Timmy. And that's the point I'm making. You know what I mean? Maybe the triangle's the area of the most bloodshed and death. Maybe, yeah, that it's specifically narrowed in the Hobbamock Swamp because that's the biggest battle. So, and that's a good point you make, Duke Palms. That's kind of funny, bro. Oh, okay. So that's okay. Yeah. So you were okay. I got you. I got plenty of hip boots. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. I got my GoPro. I got all my extra ghost hunting gear, and we will hit the swamps. I am not scared. But yeah, the point that Drew's brought up, Duke Palms, the bloodiest area is the Hobbamock Swamp. That's that and Freetown Forest, I believe, were the biggest battles. So the
Hobbamock Swamp is where the Wampanoag settled down. They had territory there that they lost during the war. So that's why probably the most bloodshed.
Yeah, and it was a lot of guerrilla warfare in the swamp because you could hide. It was totally different. The colonists knew nothing about it. You know what I mean? So a lot of them went missing because they got sucked in from behind a tree and probably throated with a knife. But
and think about all the paranormal stuff that you get. Every haunted house, everything, there's a history behind it where somebody's died or there's death or there's so I mean, of course the triangle is going to be a place where there's a ton of death and destruction, and it's going to be in natural areas. That place is going to be expansive, but if you've got a city in the middle of the area, you're going to probably end up with a lot less paranormal activity. At least that's what I would think.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, and here's Steve again. I would highly suggest if you're ventured into Native American land, such as a triangle and other places throughout Massachusetts, probably a good idea to bring in peace offering because that shows respect for the native spirits. So Steve brings up a good point. So one thing I'm known about doing is I have. Oh, hey, what's happening? The squirrel.
That's Rich.
I'm known, like when I go out Bigfoot on my property, right? I have a gifting stump. I always tie Sasquatch closely to the Native Americans. I believe he was taught and they were taught, learn from each other. Okay. And it sounds crazy and weird, but some of the things you see, like the tree structures and things like that, a lot of the Native Americans mark trails by bending trees, pointing in the direction, like, food over here, water over here. And a lot of that is associated with Sasquatch now, the twists and things like that we find out in the woods. Me and Wojo go out Bigfoot and stuff. And those twists and things are actually pointers. They point in the direction. Matter of fact, that hut site that we found, we followed directional type, what we believed anyways, to be bends in trees and things. And lo and behold, we walked into a village. And if you haven't seen that, go on my YouTube, Banter with Richie B, like and subscribe. And you'll see the video of the hut. You'll see all the pictures of the hut site out there. I got some sounds. We got some vocals from that area. So please go over to my YouTube page, like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Tell your mother's cousin's uncle's roommate that I'm there too. Okay. So check that out. So, yeah. So what Steve says is a very true point. If you go out to these places, man, and you go venture, and even when I go ghost hunting, I always had a prayer circle. I always wanted to protect myself, but I wanted to show respect for whatever was there as well. Because you always be respectful. It's the disrespect that happens, you know.
And I'm not a oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. It's your show.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I'm more of a skeptic than anything. I'm very new to the paranormal world, but I would probably bring sage with me, some white sage with me, if I was going to go somewhere where I knew that there were native spirits, because I don't know, but I don't want to, I don't want to find out, right?
No. I have in the past. I've done things like that, and like my friend Dave McCullough, who's like the co-founder of Squatchachusetts, my buddy, he's been on the show. And even Rob, actually, from Get Haunted, he has the same thing. It's a Native American like music bowl, like they hold it and they hit it like that, and it makes, and it's a nice sound and everything. So that's said to be a gesture of kindness to the spirits into the land. So something that they can, plus it might get the attention of a Sasquatch. You know what I mean? So, and I know Dave burns sage whenever he goes to the Native Americans with that bowl, Native American land with that bowl. So, no, I said hi to you. I said it. I can see you. I know. Hi. Why is your name that though? Why do we do that? What are we doing with the name changes? What is it? Oh, it's a clover.
Green clover.
Clover. There we go. Duke Palms. Smudge out 100, right? So, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Linda.
We will find you, and I will make sure. If you're not already there, because I do scan around a lot for the people that watch me, I try to go out there and subscribe and give it back. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's all about, right? We're all hanging out, doing our thing, right? So we got to work together on this stuff. So all right, so back to real quick until let's see. One thing I wanted to say here, and then I want to pull up that thing. You got a whole thing up there that we go through?
I can, yeah. It's half baked for now, but we've got a continuing series on the Bridgewater Triangle. So we'll throw up what we got and kind of talk through some of the bullet points. It's really just mostly just different types of paranormal activity that out there, because the Bridgewater Triangle isn't just cryptids. It's not just ghosts. It's UFOs. It's everything. And so I wanted to kind of just capture that so we could kind of go line by line. I want to know about the Thunderbirds, because I'm obsessed with Mothman, which is sometimes theorized as a Thunderbird. Yeah, I drove out of my way. Again, skeptic. I don't know if I believe it. I kind of am like agnostic to the point where I don't know. There's things science cannot explain. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm intrigued by all the theories. So I think Thunderbirds are really cool. The native culture, and then that is as a possibility of the Mothman sightings. So knowing that we have them in Massachusetts, just as you can tell, my face just lit up just thinking about it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that about you. That's
I took Aiden out. I've got a picture of Aiden outside with the Mothman statue. We went to the Mothman Museum. I drove from South Carolina to Massachusetts, but I detoured so I could go across the new bridge, the one that was restored after the old one fell.
Really?
So yeah, I detoured like a 7-hour detour just to get to.
Folks, we are getting exclusive stuff right here from Bobby Lee, the producer, the skeptic producer of mine. Real quick, Becca, I knew that was you. Remember, there's a picture of you, and I recognized you. I was just thrown off by the green clover, but good to see you too, hon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Yo, what up, Northwoods Paranormal? Awesome. No, well, that is breaking news. Hang on. That's right, breaking news, Jim. Bobby Lee is into those Thunderbirds. Back to you, Susan.
Well, I am intrigued by large birds, including Mothman. There's no telling what they could be.
Hang on, I got to Wikipedia this. I'll be right back. Read Steve's comment for me while I do this.
The Native Americans are huge on Thunderbirds. At least they are here in Oklahoma. They even named one of our natural lakes Lake Thunderbird. Yes,
really?
It's a huge native, and I'm obsessed. I love that kind of stuff. I think Thunderbirds, they're symbols of things to come. I don't know as much as I would like to know to talk intelligibly about it, but I am very interested in that type of stuff.
Wow, look at this. Yeah.
all the
Look at this
folklore
stuff.
has to be based on
All right,
some
here we
type
go.
of sighting or.
All right, hang on. The Thunderbird is a legendary creature, in particular, North American indigenous people's history and culture. It is considered a supernatural being of power and strength. It is especially important and frequently depicted in the art, songs, and oral histories of many Pacific Northwest coast cultures, but it is also found in various forms among some peoples of the American Southwest, East Coast of the United States, Great Lakes, Great Plains. In modern times, it has achieved notoriety as a purported cryptid, similar to creatures such as Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. I'm you know what? I'm pretty crazy. I dragged her in, Rich. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. 2 views better than 1. Mothman, no, but the Thunderbird, yes, from my experience, but that is for another time, Richie. Hey, come on.
Yeah,
anytime.
so I'm not saying that
Anytime.
Mothman, I'm saying one of the explanations that people give about what Mothman was is a Thunderbird. So I'm not saying that that's what they are or that they exist
Yeah, I've never
at
heard that
all.
comparison. I've never heard that comparison either. I think it's an interesting kind of leadway into that. You know what I mean?
Well, I have ADHD, my rabbit hole down the Mothman, you know, so I've heard all of the different things.
I got the same thing, and I'm going to tell you, it's a superpower. Don't let anybody tell you different. All right.
Hey,
ADD
one of these
is a
shows we can
superpower.
do. One of these shows we could do Mothman specifically. I can bring my pictures in that I took from the museum. You know.
Oh, that's right.
On a Saturday night.
Well, Joe, yes, I figured that out. Once my brain got turning, I figured that out, my man. I can't wait to have them on as guests too. So listen, so Saturday nights at 6, I'm having a paranormal podcast every Saturday night. So I told you who my first guest is, right? Let's go up here. Let's go. I'm gonna put him on blast. I hope he doesn't
Drew
mind.
Babineau. I don't know if I said that right.
Yeah, that is right. You did. Drew Babineau, yeah, from Haunted Raven Photography.
Yeah,
and he's an insane investigator. You should hear the shit this dude does.
I talked to him a lot at the South Coast.
He's freaking
Expo.
crazy, man. He does a lot of shit by himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, man. I have my limits. Right here, Northwoods Paranormal. Those will be my second guess. Is that correct? Steven, Wojo. Right there, man. They got some shit too we're going to see. So we got some kick-ass stuff coming together. Thank you, Courtney. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's see. Look at all the. I love this activity tonight. Everybody's talking. This is what I'm talking about. Why do we want a podcast where people just listen, man? Just come on here and talk to me, damn it.
And that is what got me started. Is watching the Mothman prophecies. It got me. I was like, oh, this is based on a real myth. And then I went down that rabbit hole and I never left.
Look what Becca says. That's the closest I want to experience it.
I was looking up in the skies going, do I see any large birds? Are we?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that stuff. I'm really stuck on Bigfoot. It's something that I've had an experience with. I'm a wicked, like, see it, believe it type guy. Obviously, I have tons of evidence that points me in a direction of a bipedal Bigfoot, you know what I mean? Basically, I've seen ghosts. They've walked right up to me. I've talked to them the whole 9 yards. So that stuff, I'm 100, basically 100% with ghosts, 98% with Bigfoot because he hasn't walked up to me yet. And then this other stuff, I'm intrigued with it, and that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm intrigued with it. I'm willing to do the research about it. Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire, man. When people start look at all this, like this Wikipedia I have in front of me. It's telling me something's there. You know what I mean? I just am not knowledgeable about it. So the more knowledge you get, then the more believability is probably there. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, But some of the things, look at some of the things that are said to be in the actual triangle: Bigfoot, Thunderbirds, humanoids, whatever the hell that is, giant snakes, vicious dogs, panthers. I heard of the Black Panther one time. I don't know anything about that. I don't know where they would generally live or why they would be here or why they wouldn't be here. I have no idea. And then, of course, Puckwudgies, as we said, right?
I believe South America is closer to where Black Panthers can be. I think.
So that's the oddity of it. That's the oddity of it. Like, we don't have primates.
Definitely not this far north, and even mountain lions are very rare. We've seen some sightings of the mountain lions in the area, but they're almost gone. So any large cat like that outside of a bobcat,
that's what makes it.
And the difference in size between a bobcat and a panther is huge. So I mean, if you're going to see a giant cat, it's out of place.
Yeah, no, I got you. All right. And I don't know anything about the sightings on that. I mean, maybe that's something we can look up next week, because that's kind of like a deeper thing rather than a Bigfoot or ghost or an alien, right? Maybe we could look into, you know, why people think there's a Thunderbird in the triangle, why people think that there's a Black Panther in the triangle, why do they think there's a snake in the triangle? I've heard of the vicious pack of dogs. Now that's something that's believable. We have dogs, we have wild dogs. I'm sure there's plenty of wild dogs. You know what I mean? So, but those other ones, those other three, I'd be curious to know a little more about. Anybody else on the side know anything more about like a Thunderbird, or why a Black Panther would be up here in North America? Anybody else in your area? Steve, do you have anything in your area perhaps that is something like that? What? Watched it because of Richard.
You're damn right I did, Wojo.
Oh my God. I love my dude. Oh wait, look at all these questions. Why did I
know we got a ton of them. So throw some questions up.
Yeah, stop. I didn't see all this. Why did my thing keep up with it? Those pics I sent.
Oh, somebody has an experience.
Yeah, that's Steve's brother.
That's crazy.
Dude, hit the link and come on, bro.
Yeah, come on over.
Right now. Tell them what to do again, Bobby Lee. Richie,
so you go into Facebook, you find the group Banter with Richie B, Alphabet Soup fan group. If you go in, I'll invite you, and the link is in there for the StreamYard, so you can just
tell your
click
story
on it and end up backstage. I'd love to hear that story.
Yeah,
so
tell your story.
Cryptids are my most believable paranormal stuff. And the reason is because we're constantly seeing stuff that they say went extinct 80 years ago, and we find them in the woods. The stuff that we don't know exists is insane. So can I believe that these sightings are real? Absolutely. I believe everybody has experiences.
Can you put those links up again so they can just click on them?
Sure.
Because they're way back up, and we're having a lot of comments tonight. I love this. This is great stuff. This is the show I want to have. I love guests. They're great, but I want to have people on the side having conversation. Look at multiple conversations. I'm trying to keep up with this. Everybody, bear with me. Sam, I'd have to look at them again.
Hey, no camera, no problem. I mean, one, you can go on your phone. Two, as long as we can get some audio. Dialogue right here. Sorry.
No. What did he say? One of the few times I was not prepared with a camera and saw. No, he's talking about what he saw.
Oh.
Everybody has a damn camera on their phone. What do you think this is? 1973? Bro, hit one of those links right now and come on my show right now, right here, right now. Let's go. Unprepared. There is a requirement, no pants, and then it just makes everything a lot looser and more relaxed. Like I'm not wearing any pants right now, so it's just I get to chill out. You know what I mean? So you should all try it. So listen, who's it? Brandon. What's
go
up,
ahead
Brandon?
and start throwing stuff up. Yeah.
I saw shadow figures at Trend. Oh yeah, that place is lit, right? I've only seen it on TV. I want to say, is it Pennsylvania? Brandon, what is that? Pennsylvania, Trans-Allegheny. Let me see. There's the answer. No pants body. Oh, here we go. Pine Barrens. That's true too. The Pine Barrens. I think you said that something a little bit earlier. Are full of mysterious, unexplainable cryptids from Bigfoot and the Jersey Devil. I've heard of that. Oh, West Virginia. That's right. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Linda.
Linda, I'm coming out Jersey Devil hunting with you sometime. I'm.
You're crazy.
It'll be one of the few times I want to get out to New Jersey is to go do that. So
damn Jersey Devil. What the hell are you talking about? I ain't going looking for that shit. I look for Bigfoot because I feel this weird connection to him. That's the thing. He's gonna eat me when I find him, but some reason I feel connected to the guy. You know what I mean? I'm like, hello, Bigfoot. It's me, Richard. You remember? I left you some oatmeal raisin cookies on my gifting stump. Snap! There goes my head. Got him. I'll have a GoPro on.
I feel like Jersey Devil is another one that's more believable because you have real life stories of humans being raised in the woods in the wild by packs of wolves or dogs or something, you know? So having somebody that it's Bigfoot like, but it's almost like a human that was raised wild.
But you know, I'm sorry to cut you off. You know what's funny about me with what you're saying? With what you're saying with me, it's funny. I believe in all these things. I'm back to this again where I'm like, I'm trying to grasp it. You know what I mean? Like I'm so open-minded and I'm so fun and all that stuff. I get all that stuff, but I'm trying to physically put myself there and buy into it. And that's why I wanted to do this show, because I wanted to see if I can expand that mind. You know, like I said, if anybody has experiences with this stuff, I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? I want to know more about it myself. So I'm learning as you're talking, like you're saying, raised by a pack of dogs.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking?
There's
Like,
stories. I can't remember.
was-
There's one girl
you
that
should see
she
what I
ended
was
up-
raised by. A fucking mess.
Yeah. You're a miracle, okay? Is what you are, Rich.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, those are the types of things I like listening to, and I don't know if they're real. I consider this stuff like my religion. I'm agnostic. I don't know and I don't care, but I am open to listening, and maybe it's just something that hasn't been explained yet by science, or maybe it will never be able to be explained by science. And I don't know if it's somebody's grandmother or if it's just a different experience. And I say that on purpose, Rich, because you have an experience with your grandmother.
I do.
But I believe that people have these experiences. I just don't know what they are. And so I'm intrigued by the stuff that has that little bit of, hint of could possibly be true. And then it spirals. So gosh darn it, Rich, you've brought me into the paranormal community way more than I thought I was ever going to be. So.
Yeah, I think. Well, I thought it was great having somebody with your intellect come into something like this, because it's going to stimulate your brain in different areas you've never been stimulated in your brain, and that's what happens to me when I got clean and sober in 1997, and when I got clean and sober, it was funny. I went from this rough and tumble street kid to I was like this like intellect where I wanted to have knowledge about everything. It was like my whole mind expanded more than LSD could make it. and I was like, had all these questions about life and existence and all these things like a little kid again. So this is why I am where I am today. Thank you, Courtney. This is why I am where I am today, because I followed that intellect. That's the rabbit hole I've gone down, is my own intellect, is that I want to find these things out and know about them. And then I can honestly say, nah, yeah, definitely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm okay with ending with, I don't know, right? I'm never going to invalidate somebody's story or somebody's eyewitness accounts. I can just end by saying, I have no idea, right? And I'm okay with that.
Right. No, that's right. Exactly. No, I'm fine with it either way. That's why I tell people when I go on an investigation, I'm not going to come here and say, and make a knock on a piece of wood and go, hey, did you hear that knock? If I get nothing, I get nothing. That's what it is. If I got nothing, I got nothing. I'm just going to tell you I got nothing. I'm not going to say I don't believe you. I'm going to say I got nothing. That's all. I got nothing. You know what I mean?
And I'm the first person to go and just Google to try and debunk whatever it is you've said. And there's a couple of things that have been on the show where like there's nothing there that I can use to debunk it. There's no explanation for it. And that's the stuff that gets me.
Yeah, no, I got you. Exactly. If it's not debunkable, man, you gotta work to find out what's up. Like I have that hot site. Again, that hot site. I've gone to 7 experts now outside of me and myself and my friends. And I'm like, hey, check this out. And they're all like, I have no idea, dude. You know what I mean?
Wasn't there a college professor that looked at it?
Steve Wojo's friend from the University of Georgia is a researcher. And that's what he does for a living or life. He works with trees. And he's completely baffled about the hut itself, but he was really tuned into the twisted tree that we showed him. The tree's like twisted 180 around. You can't just twist a tree 180 around with snow. Not only that, it's like a stick with like 8 branches. So if those 8 branches fill up with snow and they're full of leaves and there's a 100-mile wind, guess what? That thing ain't going anywhere. The snow and the leaves are going to get blown off it. That's all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So even he can't see why a tree would go down and then twist 180. You need these. And you need a lot of this. And that's the bottom line. There's no way around that. There's nothing in Mother Nature that does that. There's nothing as far as the animal kingdom that does that. There's only one thing we believe that does that, and that's Sasquatch. So who's putting the beast to bed? Oh. So real quick, Rebecca, I don't know what category I fit into. I'm able to sense and have communicated with spirits. I grew up in a house with ghosts. Yeah, so you can see them. So if you tapped into it more, like I went to a mediumship after I lost my son. And I knew things about my son, about like I was going to lose him. And there was nothing I could do about it. And I went to her and I asked her, and she left it as a mystery that I had to find it on my own. Basically, she didn't want to say it out loud, which sucks. But go somewhere and explore it. We all have it. It's just that some are more to the surface than others. You know what I mean? You're a sensitive, Becca. That's what you are. And you could be a medium or full-blown psychic also. Clairvoyant, all that stuff. You just don't know it yet. You have to peel back the layers to get to it sometimes. I see things in my mind's eye and it comes out first thought. That's the key to it. So if you go first thought and then you can validate it, then you're on the right track. It's always about the spin in the belly, though, man. It's like when you're going up that roller coaster, you come shooting down. If you feel that tickle in your belly, you're onto something. That's the best advice I can give you about that. I'm not an expert. So let's see. Hang on. Sam just opened up. Sam, why you open up these can of worms, man? What's y'all? She goes, wait, she's from North Carolina. So she's like, what's y'all thought about fairies? Just
I
curious.
say y'all all the time, Sam. Don't listen to him.
Oh, she does. Supposedly there's
5 years in Texas.
Place in North Carolina where you could possibly see them. I lived in North Carolina, by the way. I was in a place called Fuquay Varina, about 30 minutes southwestish of Raleigh. Nice area. The fairy thing, I don't know. I seen video of them and stuff. I don't know. I'm not sold on them either. Something you can look into.
So I think fairies kind of fall in the same category. So I personally think that those things all fall into the same folklore category, right? There's different cultures that all have some sort of fairy tale. You've got the wisps of the Celtics that, you know, kind of either they're glowing or they're small flying people. I think they all kind of flow together in that same thing. So across the globe, fairies are in multiple old folklore stories. And so I think it's intriguing. Again, I don't know what to believe, and I don't know if anything's real. But I do love hearing about it and trying to understand the history behind where we're getting these stories.
Yeah. No, but I know that's a good point too. See, this is why I love having you on as my guest, not just my producer. Like, think about where these things begin. That's
Dragons,
how you but this is how you debunk things. So I go to the story and I do the same thing with Bigfoot. So I went to those huts. I went to the hut and worked my way out of the hut and around the hut. So what I did was I went to the source and then broke it backwards. And then when I had no answers, I was like, oh shit, I'm onto something. So the same thing what you're saying. You go to the story. There's always a general story where, like you're talking about, and then follow it back to the source. And on your journey back to the source, you'll find answers, man. You'll find answers. You might not like them. You might like them. I don't know. You know, but like Brandon said, you know, I kind of want to find Sasquatch, but I kind of don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the way I've always
I say that about tornadoes. I really want to see one in person, but I don't know that I want to see one in person.
Exactly. And this is my saying to all my friends I go out Bigfooting with. And excuse me, ladies, it's a little weird, but I said, if Bigfoot ever approaches me and he's aggressive like that, what am I to do against like an 800-pound, 9-foot strong creature, right? We're going to find Bigfoot. Unfortunately, I'll be attached to his privates, dead. He'll be dead as well. But we're going to find him. That's how we're going to find Bigfoot. Just so you know, there's a visual for everybody, because I ain't letting go. All right. And if he's anything human, that's going to hurt. Okay. So that's the only thing I can say. I want to find Sasquatch, but I kind of don't. Just like what.
Unless you come across a female Sasquatch, and then I guess you're just done, right? Yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. See, that's why you got me on the show, to think about these things.
Oh man. I just gotta run faster than the other guy.
That's why you got to keep bringing me out that's why you got to bring me out to some of these.
I got Wojo with me. I'll just knock him down and run. Love you, bro.
You don't have to be the fastest person. You just got to be faster than the slowest.
Correct. Steve, thanks for that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, no, the chemistry here is great. And that's what I'm talking about, man. I want to have fun shows like this where we're all interactive. I want everybody on the side to feel like it's their show. I want you to come on here and hang out. I want you to tell your friends to come on here and just hang out and chill. Nobody's hit a link yet, though. I want somebody to come on my damn show tonight before I hang up this friggin' line. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I've got people asking to join. Let me go approve.
No way.
All right, I got an approval. Matt, I clicked it too quick.
That's Wojo's brother.
Once you get in, it's right on the featured top post is the link to tonight's show. Let's see if we can catch you backstage.
Wait, my brother's having a high time getting on your link. Tell him to put down the weed and click the link, bro. What are you talking about?
He couldn't get on because I just accepted him into the group. So
it was her fault.
It's my fault. I wasn't paying attention to the screen and I didn't see him join. Okay. Yeah. But he's good. Matt Cyber Wolo.
Yep.
Come on in.
Now. Where is he? Let's do this. Now I definitely want to race. Get out of here, bro. I'm a legend on the softball field. Come on, man. You hit home runs and walked around the bases. I dive into bases. Stop. Where is he? Come on, we're waiting for him. We're gonna hit. This is the Thunderbird story, right?
Thunder. I hope.
Oh,
Yeah.
come
Which
on.
story is it? Let's go.
Oh, listen, if you're viewing this show and you're leaving right now, you're missing out on something quite unique on a podcast. Come on, man. How many people have seen this shit on a podcast where you just bring an audience member in and just hang out with them? Come on, Bobby Lee, I'm counting on you. You're my technology girl. Where's he at?
Hey, I got him into where he needed to go to find the link. It is all
I don't
that
see him
I
back.
can do.
I don't see him backstage, man. All right, hang on.
I can lead a horse to water, Rich. You know this. You know this.
I know. Here we go. All right, I'm going to keep moving until we... What? Look at the way you wrote that, dude. It says UFO sightings, kick-ass UFO, and then the words go away, and all I see is bright balls.
I was on a time crunch. You asked me to do this like 2 days ago. I was throwing stuff in a half hour before the show.
Everybody, UFO sightings and bright balls.
People are seeing bright balls all over the Bridgewater Triangle.
Large, unusual spacecraft. That's true. No, and a guest next week. Actually, he texted me back. Let me check. See if he's coming on next week. Oh, here he is. He is. He said, sure. So next week, I'm going to have somebody on the show. He's been on my show before, but we always talk Bigfoot with him, right? But his real thing is, his real thing is, maybe Bigfoot got him. Oh my God, Courtney. That's treacherous, Courtney. But his big thing is UFOs. And I'm going to let him tell his story to you guys. And he's very knowledgeable about the Bridgewater Triangle itself. Is so intelligent. If you guys remember, he's been on the show a couple times. Matt Moniz. I'm not gonna tease it. I'm gonna tell you, Matt Moniz will be here next week to discuss UFOs and the Bridgewater Triangle with us. He's one of our guests. So
he's one of my favorite guests on here. I mean, he's got stories, and he knows so much. Like, I'm intrigued when I listen to him. He can make poop interesting. Remember?
He did. He made poop interesting.
He made poop interesting.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. So when we get the hut site, we had the conversation after the show that night, and he goes, hey, if it's a human building that, where's the fire pit? And I went, oh shit, right? Something simple as that, right? Yeah, Timmy's favorite guest, Timmy and Matt. I gotta hook them up. I got man crushes on each other. What's this? Oh. Okay, sorry, I jumped off. I'm over here now. Did we make any progress with Matt?
I don't know. What's going on?
Hey, Matt,
where are you at?
Well, check the messenger. He's in there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out right now.
Yeah, go. Get out. You can go do things.
I'm trying to multitask like you. I don't have this down yet. Usually I got my camera off and I'm backstage creeping. Yeah,
no, listen, this is a unique situation. A lot of shows I've watched, they don't just bring people out of the audience, and it's a little tricky. And I know I'm demanding them one of the crazy things I want, but the beautiful thing is I kind of think crazy, and you kind of pull them together for me, and it's pretty amazing. So, yeah, I know he's awesome, but did he click the link, Steve? Call him. You know me, I like smart people to educate me.
I'm going to send him a message on Facebook. Tell him to check
He says, I hit the button. Your technology is failing. Oh, here's Courtney. She's upside down in her car again. Look at her eyes. All right, we're working on it. Listen, Matt, you'll be the first one to ever do this on this podcast. I don't know about anybody else's podcast, if they do this shit or not. This is totally different. We haven't done this before. I've been wanting to try it for weeks, and this is the week. I typed as well saying, I'm here. I don't see him backstage, though. You have to send him another link? Hey, do you have an Android or is he on a phone? Matt, you on a phone? Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned. Yeah, I'm sending the link in his messenger right now. Here we go. Tell him to check his Facebook Messenger.
Check your Facebook Messenger, Matt. Mathu. Mutilated and look at this cult activity. This is the other big thing in the Bridgewater Triangle. There was a police officer. I was telling you that story. There was a police officer down there in Freetown area. I believe it was Freetown. And he had to break up a cult. They had like a whole investigation where they were like in the woods with cameras, watching them friggin' cut animals up and all kinds of weird shit. And and they arrested them all. It was crazy. Like in the middle of the woods. Like, why would they believe it's so cursed that it attracts the cults to the area to do this type of stuff. Let's see.
Or
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
maybe
Sim?
it's not cult activity. Maybe the mutilation is because of a cryptid. We don't know.
Well,
right?
the mutilation could be different. I'm just saying with the top,
Yeah.
topic, you say cult activity. And I know of the cult activities, well documented, and it's public knowledge. It's called a police report. You can read it.
Right, but
And,
that's what I'm saying. They're calling it a cult activity, but have they ever found any suspects? That I don't know.
I'm on it right now.
Wikipedia, get down that rabbit hole, Rich.
First. Cult. Let me see if it's cult murders. Let's do that. Oh, here we go. Ooh, sex, Satanism, and sacrificial slaughter. The Fall River cult. What the fuck? Yeah, look at this shit. From cult activity to brutal murder. Freetown Fall River State Forest. I'm telling you, man. From cult activity to brutal murder. Freetown Fall River State Forest. Dark history. 10 miles south of Taunton, man. That's like next town over, okay? The forest was first associated with the dock when a 15-year-old girl was viciously murdered within the forest borders. Her name was Mary Lou Arruda, a lifetime Rainham resident where she attended high school. That is freaking terrible. This place is nuts.
Oh, whoa. What's this? Joanna Arruda knew something.
What the? Did I just read that?
Is that what you just read?
Yeah. Whoa! Did anybody just catch that? I just read a paragraph. There's no way he wrote that. He was already writing that. Did you guys get that? I was reading this, and here he is writing about it. Wow, that's nuts.
Rainham. That's right. That's right. That's the next town over from us.
Next town over. Yeah. That's crazy, Paul, that you were writing that. I just pulled up that article and started reading it. I looked over to my right, and you were writing it. 15. I'm a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is horrendous. I'm telling you, the place is absolutely nuts. It has no mercy, and we're gonna read about it, and there's not gonna be always pleasant things that you find out about. I got to get Matt in here though. It's driving me nuts. Wojo, give me his phone number. I need his phone number. Do I have his phone number? Why isn't this working?
I have sent him a message through the group chat. I've sent him a message personally, so I'm not sure what's happening.
Do we need to send him another link? Sometimes if on Android, I've had to send my friend a couple of links.
Yeah. Let me
we got to find a way to get him in here. We can't just not have this work. This is
I'm determined now.
Yeah, this is my big brain thinking. I gotta. Yeah,
you do this to me all the time, though. They're like, "We're totally gonna do." Doesn't tell me until the show. Oh yeah, do you think we can set it up? You made a Facebook group. We'll totally make it work, right? Oh, and by the way, you're gonna be on camera, so there's no I
know
troubleshooting.
I know I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk, everybody.
Hey, you keep me on my toes, all right? And I learn new stuff because I gotta do quick fixes.
Yeah, I love this though. This is fun.
So.
This is off the cuff. This is what I'm talking about. Like people used to say to me, you should be a comedian. I'm like, I can't be a comedian because they run off a script. I can't run off a freaking script. You know what I mean? The woman is the last to know. Stop that nonsense, you.
Who said that? Yeah, Courtney. So he's got all these things in his brain, but he doesn't tell me until a half hour before the show. So
yeah, I know.
You can make this work, right?
Oh, look at this.
I've got 48 minutes worth of audio that needs to be converted to video, and it's a half an hour before the show. You think you can put that together, Bobby Lee?
Yeah, you got that.
Then my whole computer crashes.
Right? I know it did that last time, huh?
Oh yeah.
I hadn't read this in years. It's a very good read. The whole satanic panic was so strange. It was it wasn't just focused around abuse claims either. As I mentioned in an earlier post, I remember as a kid in the 80s, there were certain adults who were wearing over heavy metal, Dungeons and Dragons, etc., all being satanic. My parents were not this way, but I had a friend whose mom was born again Christian. So what he's saying is it was so bad down there, right? Yeah, your daughter's multi-talented. She's an amazing, talented person. This guy here wrote like a blog years ago. I'm reading a little bit about it, that it set panic in his area so bad with the cult activity that was so bad that the game Dungeons and Dragons was deemed like the devil, and parents wouldn't let kids play it. They got so freaked out. You know what I mean? Let's see. Paul Rick says, if we downstate first, her possessions had been arranged in a semicircle in front of her, and most gruesomely, her head was
Oh
near.
gosh.
All right, Paul. He has nothing in his messenger, and has no link. The link was right here in the conversation that we had.
No. He got to the Facebook group, and the group is the link. But I sent him a messenger.
On
Rich,
his personal-
send the link I sent to you to Wojo. He can send it to his brother directly, because that's, other than that, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah.
This can't be this way. Why am I on this one? Hang on. Oh, switch account. That's probably why. I got a message in Richard Brault here. All I got is a P3 host one. Oh, wait, what's that? Chats.
We removed your message.
Yeah, I
Uh-oh.
don't see you anywhere.
Apparently something I posted goes against community standards.
What?
Is that why? Is that what happened?
What have we done?
Did I post a
Oh, no.
StreamYard link that was against
Oh, no.
Facebook standards, and now I can't send it?
Cuckazuk's
I
coming
can't
after
even
us.
troubleshoot it right now.
Uh-oh,
So
we're about to be famous, Bobby Lee.
oh man, what have
Canceled.
I done? What have you made
canceled
me
ourselves.
do?
This is crazy.
Goodness
Oh, my
gracious.
God. We've canceled ourselves, Bobby Lee. This is crazy. It's Courtney's fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's Courtney's fault. That's crazy. What the hell are we talking about? Oh man.
Well, maybe we'll just have to do the old-fashioned way via text, which is not really that old-fashioned, but you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Does anybody have a rotary phone? Can we dial in with something like that? It's attached to the wall.
I think, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to just pull him in here if he clicks on the link that you just put up in the conversation.
Yeah, if he clicks on that link, it'll put him backstage, and I can pop him right in. He just needs the link, and apparently, it's against community standards for me to send
Really?
it. I don't know. I know it may not have been that. That's just the
I
message
see.
that popped up.
Let me do this. All right, pull something else up about the Bridgewater Triangle because I'm having
All
fun.
right, let's do it. So you work your magic. So these are all the slides that we have for now. I think we're going to build it up as we go along. Bridgewater Triangle right in our backyard. So there's plenty to talk about. There's no shortage of paranormal activity there. Saturday night, we're going to have Drew Babineau with the Haunted Raven, 6 p.m. Saturdays. Now we're going to be on 2 times a week. Very exciting.
True.
Yep,
This is
2
all-
nights
this-
a week.
Yeah, this is all true. You're not telling lies.
Nope.
I'll tell you that right now. Oh, look at this. I didn't know that. All right, let's see. All right, hang on. All right, here we go. I sent that over. What's that? I got a message. Oh, no, that's not me.
No. So Sam's saying she needs to research the Bridgewater Triangle and do a video on it. There is no shortage of stuff.
Sam,
And we'd
that
love to
is
see it.
Phenomenal idea, Sam. Yes, Courtney, it is 6 p.m. on Saturdays. It's my paranormal show. It's devoted and dedicated to the paranormal ghost hunting world. I have an extensive history in it that I stayed away from because as I opened up, I tended to latch onto things. So things latched onto me. So I had to close myself off and step back. The more kids I had, the more afraid I got. So, but yeah, we're going to have some kick-ass guests. Me and Russ Stiver from Unturned Pages, we're talking about getting out and doing an investigation together and doing that on air. There's going to be so
I
much
have done one.
paranormal investigation.
I have. Yep. When I was in
What?
college up in upstate New York, I had a friend that was in the Park School of Communication at Ithaca College.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this.
You know what? We'll hold off on this. Let's bring him in.
Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. I'll try. It's my birthday. If I'm still around, I'll join. I put it at 6 p.m., Courtney, so you do your hair and put it on the thing and watch it as we go, and then go.
If you're going out Saturday night, pregame to this show. That's all I can say.
Come on. Hey, you should come on the show while you're out drunk somewhere. It'll be great. Woo! You know what I mean? Hey, everybody, here's Courtney. She got to talk about ghosts. So hang on. Listen, without further ado, all right, Our technology has worked. Let's find out the adventure Matt has been on. He's about to talk about his Thunderbird story. Stand by.
Yeah.
Yo, dude.
Oh, hey,
Huh?
how are you?
Good, dude.
I was
Thank
about
you
to
so
choke
much.
myself.
No choking. Don't choke. No choking anything. So how? Listen,
If you
on
only
your
knew what I went through.
Oh my God.
we need to know because we want to use this technology on a regular basis where we pull somebody up from our audience and have a conversation. Now you're going to be on my show in a couple of weeks. I don't know if you're aware of that yet. But
A little
I'm
bird
super
told
excited.
me.
Yeah, big bird.
A Thunderbird?
Yeah. Speaking of birds,
Just-
tell us about your Thunderbird story, bro. Tell us.
I'll tell it real quick.
Yeah. However.
This is going back some years ago in the Hockomock. Excuse me, just getting over a cough. I was
How
there.
that goes.
Yep, this day and age. She's been a few years now. I was there without any equipment. I just figured I'd hike along, getting to know the area. And it was almost dusk at the time. So I heard a really strange shriek. I can't even explain it, but it echoed the entire forest area where you would normally assume something's coming from and then see something overhead. And I heard eastern side of the United States, especially up here. This made a turkey vulture look like a little pigeon.
He did. He got
Oh
bumped. Did you
no,
see
we
it?
lost him.
Yeah, did you see that? Well, he was breaking up a little, but he said he heard a screech.
Yeah, he heard a screech. It made a
Yeah.
turkey vulture look like a little
Yeah,
what
right.
yeah.
Oh, we were right
Oh,
there.
it was so
man.
close. Come back.
It was our big debut. We blew it, man.
Well, we asked him for the last. Oh, here he comes. I'm sure he wasn't prepared for the connection. All right,
No,
we're
no,
gonna
that's
pull you
okay.
back up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is it?
My luck.
Oh, there
No,
you're much better.
Stay right there. You sound perfect now. You
Don't
said you heard a
move.
screech. Stop from where you heard a screech.
Don't touch that dial. Don't touch the tint. Everything's
Stay
all in
tuned.
color. Yep. Leave that V control alone.
Yes.
Only
yes.
some of us would know about what a V control is.
I'll look it up.
So on with
Wikipedia.
I know, right? Today's kids these days, you know. So anyway, I saw the wings, and they were just spread outward. I know it's not too big of a screen. I'm using my phone, unfortunately. The wings had squared ends. I can't even explain it, and triangle downward. It was, we have a Ford F-250 pickup with a super cab. You know how big those are. This was actually longer than that, the wingspan.
Jesus.
And the tail spread outward and squared off. The claws, the legs were straight outward, and I can see the head just pointing straight. Now, if I wish I had the camera, it was unexpected, very, very unexpected.
Yeah.
But in the sunlight, the feathers were, the only word I can explain would be ever changing. They changed from green, blue, red, orange, gold. I've never seen anything like it. And again, I told you, I know every bird in this part of the country. I've never seen anything this big or that beautiful, especially. And the scariest part of it was when it shrieked. It echoed through the entire forest. It was.
Really?
I wish I can explain it.
How far from it were you?
Overhead, the trees there are pretty big, and it was above the tree line, probably. And I wasn't, measuring it too well with my eyes. I was more focused on what the hell's this thing, look like from the dinosaur age. Probably, I would guess maybe 30 feet, if above the tree line.
Oh wow!
There were leaves at the time, obviously, because it was warm. It was summertime. It was late summer, I remember. And when it flew over me, well, glided over me, it did not flap its wings once. That's one thing I can say right off the bat, because my eyes were glued onto it. I was trying to remember every detail. And I was wanting to punch myself for not, having the camera with me, because I take one everywhere I go, just by habit, because I love photography, not just for paranormal, but for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stuck around for a while, just hoping maybe I might get lucky to see it come back. Then I saw the will-o-wisps over the swamp, which was an added bonus. So, of course, now I'm really
Losing him again.
Oh no.
Losing you again.
I want to hear about the wisps.
I know. You're right there. You're breaking up a little bit.
I know.
A lot of
I
it.
hope I'm not breaking up more.
Yeah, you are.
You're coming back a little bit.
Everything was perfectly clear. Everything was perfectly clear. Right up. It was right up to the wisp, right?
Yeah, right up until you started explaining the wisp.
So,
listen,
quick,
we have a malfunction every week, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, whatever. It's no big deal. So, where were you exactly when you saw this Thunderbird? Is he still there?
He was at the Hockomock Swamp in the Bridgewater Triangle.
In the Hockomock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gone.
So that was a story of the Bridgewater Triangle from a fan, which is incredible. It was in the Bridgewater Triangle at the Hockomock Swamp. He said he was out there just to survey the area.
Listen, this shit was broken up, but we did what we said we were going to do.
Yeah. There he is.
So you in the Hockomock Swamp, right? All right.
Yes.
What town was it? Was it like a West Bridgewater type area?
Bridgewater, yes.
Yeah. Over, I know where that is. Over by the Charlie Horse, that entrance over there.
Not that one. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Leads to the same area, I bet.
Yeah, it's probably because it wasn't far down. There was another path, because I didn't know the area too well. There's it's like a dirt road with a cul-de-sac in there, and I parked. I'm sure I was parking on someone's land. Oh, so you know where it is.
I know exactly where that one is. Absolutely. So I stay away from there because there is a land there. So I go over to the one. It's a little further, I guess, west. It would be, or east, not west. So that's a dead end. The one dead end where they have the sign now. And you walk right out, and there's power lines right there. That whole area is connected. So when you were there, what time of day was it?
I was there. I got there around 2:30ish. I believe.
And how long?
It was. This was some years ago, about 3 or 4.
Really?
And it was late August.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Actually, 6 years ago, because it was around 2018.
Yep.
Let's see.
I've erased the last 3 years from my memory, so it's fine.
Oh my god, dude! I do it all the time. I got 6 kids. I got 6 kids, bro. I'm like, how old are you? What grade are you in? What's your name? I don't even have no idea. Which one are you?
You're lucky. I'm a twin. My father used to call me everybody else's name and mine last.
Yeah.
And I'm not even the youngest.
Well,
my twin is.
Yeah. You don't ever want to hold that stuff against them. You know what I mean? That's hard stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, he called me Mary too, my mom's name.
Well, that's a little different.
Mary, whichever one you are, get over here. Sure.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's awesome, and I heard you guys got some great paranormal evidence too that you're going to share with us in a couple of weeks, right?
Oh, good. Yeah, some actual evidence, which I think you'd be happy to see, and probably freaked out a bit.
Yeah,
the EVPs are in. Our biggest place was the Masonic Lodge. I'll make it quick because I know you're doing the show on.
No, that's fine. You're part of it, man.
You're in it.
You're doing the show too now.
All right.
And I still want to hear about the wisps, so you're not off the hook yet.
Oh. Okay. Well, the wisps, suddenly you see the flames just dancing over the water there. And this is now dusk after the Thunderbird. And that when they happen to come up, just like brilliant. It's like a ghostly blue, and then it would be green. So I was watching them just to see, because I've heard stories of people with, saying, "Oh, those are spirits," and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't really think they are, because it wouldn't make any sense to me. So,
Some people call them what? You broke up again.
some people thought, "Oh, those are ghosts," and I'm like,
Ghosts.
"Yeah." And I said, "I don't think they're spirits or anything. There's got to be another explanation." God, I keep on let's see. So
You're breaking up again.
You're breaking up, yeah. I want to hear what the explanation is, because I
want better internet in 2 weeks.
Well, you'll be
I know,
prepared
right?
in 2 weeks.
Here he goes. Hey, you got 2 weeks to upgrade that shit.
Oh, that was so great. That was fascinating.
I'm blown away by it, actually. It's like,
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about the wisps, because there's a lot of accounts globally, again, from different bodies of water where different colored lights come up and they can't explain what it is. And there's video evidence of these things. So we know they exist.
You're in charge.
All right, I'll throw them back up.
What?
I apologize. My laptop that would normally be on actually is overheating. And I'm actually building a new PC right now. My other PC is fine. It just doesn't have a camera. So I'm using the phone. So I apologize to all the lovely fans out there.
No, and your PC will be ready in 2 weeks.
I'd rather listen to you tell personal stories than listen to me any day, so I'm fine with it, right? I'm sure our audience, they're all wowing, oh my God, that's incredible. So it's not about your technology here. It's about the stories.
Well, the pictures and evidence, I think, will help also verify it too, and they'll like it.
What's up? And so that's 2 weeks?
In a few weeks. Yep.
2 weeks on the Saturday or the Tuesday?
Saturday show. He's on the Saturday.
So this Saturday is Drew Babineau, Haunted Raven. Next Saturday, we've got you for some good personal stories, evidence, EVPs. I'm excited.
Yeah.
The EVP, I think you'll really like, especially I have to cut it down because it's 3 hours and 45 minutes. But it's the things in there that I'll save the fun for when I. It'd probably be easier if I had you listen to it first too, just to over the computer. You get the background noise on it too much, but when you listen to it with a headset, you'll hear actual audio, such as when it calls out my name. The things that there's a lot of creepiness to it. And then a man and a woman, a man talking to a young girl, which was the creepiest part, probably, aside from my name being called out. And it was only 3 of us in there.
Yeah, when they know your name, man, that's an issue. That can make things a little different fast, right?
Especially when they give you a nice scar on your arm.
So you got scratched too?
Oh yeah, I still have the scar to display as a trophy, I guess. My battle wound.
Wow.
And
that's insane.
We had that on an old, not VHS tape, but the smaller one. And this is before we had digital technology.
Jeff.
And we were recording, and this entity was in there. So I had my brother and my friend, who also is on the team, Heather. I say, get the meter, get the temperature meter, put it on me. It's coming right. It's going in me. And it came to me, and the temperature in there was a steady 78 degrees. It was pretty warm, and no AC. And then the temperature went all the way down to 56, aimed at me, until it just crapped out and said error. And then on the camera because when the EMF meter was on red the whole time, I said, just shut it off. We already know it's here, and it's freezing anyway right now around me. And then on the camera, you'll see like right here, just open up, like a special effect on movies.
Wow.
And of course, I'm looking down like, without saying the right words, I was like, I'm gonna need a rag or something really fast. I go, the son of a bitch just cut me open.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that was
That's crazy. Did you feel the burn?
I felt a lot more than just the burn. The
You know
cut
what I'm talking
itself.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt when it was in me the cold electricity.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Well, that's like a gelatinous type of electricity. I felt that. It's like, I try to explain to people, it's like Jello with jumper cables from a car in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird like that. But when you get cut like that, so you just felt the pain, but you didn't feel the actual burn, like the Trinity burn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was more of, imagine an invisible claw and just slices you without any provocation, and your skin just opens right up.
And that was the same one that said your name, you think?
Oh, that was a different case.
A different
when it
case?
Opened me. Yeah,
bro.
I have a lot.
Down. You can write this shit down.
It's all,
not go there.
So
it's
I have
all
a question.
written down for you. Sure.
Yeah. So
shit.
I've heard all of these stories, and you see evidence of scratch marks. A lot of times it comes in threes, like three claws or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's what would be the difference between like a demonic spirit versus like a ghost, like, you know, Richie's grandmother? Like what do you think grounds people, or I don't know, just I want to have that discussion. I'm so new to this.
Yeah,
area.
you're gonna in 2 weeks. Jeez, man.
I know, right? Well, the biggest difference between a ghost and a demon is a ghost was a person, had a soul. So the ghost is technically the person soul, if you will, with their memories of what their life was. Whereas a demon was never human and never with a soul. And they go after people, as an example, when you hear of God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think offhand. I'm still frustrated about what I was going through. When they possession, their goal is to take over your body, so that way when they kill you, they collect your soul. What they do with it after, nobody knows. No matter who out there thinks they're an expert or not, we don't know, because we're not in that spectral realm to observe it.
Man, you sound like you know my ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of my ex-girlfriend, but yeah, there you go.
Woo!
We just don't know.
That's a suck.
But that's crazy stuff. That's the major difference between the two. Ghosts can be used.
Yeah.
So I would say the question that I have is as far as interactions are concerned. So that cut you got, that open wound, that scar, you think that was demonic versus what, how do you think ghosts of people that used to have souls, how do you think they can interact? Do they interact differently? I know some of them may interact angrily, but not maybe evilly. I don't know. And then some are friendly. So
they could be good. They could be just lost souls, not sure where they are, and they never found their way to the other side, as an example, of wherever they go.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are some that are just naturally bad, and they want to stay here. And they're angry at people who are still alive, whereas they're dead. So they're going to take their frustration out on the living, as so they can also be used by demonic entities, shadow figures, poltergeists, anything that's on the class of a demon. They can use the lesser spirits, like pissed off spirits, even good spirits, to their will. Mm-hmm. And they can have them do their game.
Bidding?
Exactly. And have them spook people in that way. When your emotions are flying up and down, they feed off of those negative emotions. Especially, they get very active when, especially teenage girls, when in, not the sound, I mean, we're all adults here. I hope we are. um, Teenage girls who are going through their period, their emotions are off, off the roof. So that way you notice activity gets even more and more crazy.
So they feed off.
That's-
You're
those are
saying
some
they feed
examples.
off. They feed off that hormonal emotion, is what you're saying. They can draw from that energy. I know they can draw from negative energy, and the term I've always heard and used is "not of this earth." So typically, something that's not of this earth can draw of it. So when you're in an investigation, I've always told people investigate alongside of me. Don't get angry. Don't get mad. You can get empowered and stay in control. There's a difference. If they
Yep.
feel that, then they know that they're up against something. If you're like, oh my God, get away from me, they're gonna draw off that fear, and you're gonna be in a bad situation real fast. And that's what I've always told everybody. And 100%, don't ever run if you're on an investigation. Do not run. I have nieces and nephews. I used to tell them, don't run. For one, we're in a place you know nothing about. Typically, even if you're in a cemetery outside, you're gonna run into something.
Yeah.
Don't run. It's the same as anything. It's instinctual. Animals will chase you. It does. If it's not of this earth, it's probably going to chase you, man. Just stand your ground. Like, don't be afraid to stand your ground. You know what I mean? And I've had situations where I know I can tell the difference between a dark entity and an entity and an angry entity that's of this earth, or a light, gentle, guardian angel type person. I can tell the difference between them. And that's my gift in a sense. And I've had all of them affect me, and I have different ways of dealing with them. And sometimes I'll jump up and I'm kind of forceful, like, listen, this is the rules. This is my place. This is how this goes. I even had it out with Bigfoot when the dude was growling at me. He growled on me on a camera. I got him on tape growling at me. I couldn't see the bastard, but I told him, this is my land, and you're going to respect it. I'll respect your land. That's fine. But don't you growl at me on my land. Like, I got pissed. You know what I mean? And that's the way I just kind of drew that energy off. The energy it's all about the energy, man. No matter what you're dealing, we've been talking about the triangle tonight and having great conversations with you and everybody else in the audience. It's all about your energy. If you're out on an investigation and you're going to be pissed off, guess what? You're probably going to get something coming back at you the same way. You know what I mean? So you better be ready for it. And if it's something coming back at you like that, you better change up your energy. You know what I mean? So
match energy.
Yeah, you got to match that. You don't want to be angry and aggressive, you know what I mean? But you do want to be firm and in control. And that's the best thing I can say to people. Be firm and in control when you're on an investigation, no matter what it is. I don't care what it is. Let me see what Sam says.
Exactly.
I had a witch I thought was a friend. She reached out, could tell I was sick, and said she would do Reiki for me. I didn't say she could. And those scratches happened. What? What?
Yeah, I need to hear more about that story. Was she like
Sam,
actually over you performing Reiki, or was it?
Correct. Tim, that's what I said. That's his land and my land. And that's, we had to draw an agreement. So I expected him to be pissed, but he has to respect my space as well. So that's how that works. You can live, we can coexist. Just don't be a dick. All right. I don't care if you're my mom. It's just the way it is. Don't be a dick. That's
Man, I got to tell you, I am so excited about these Saturday nights to learn more about this paranormal. I'm like a little kid just soaking in all the energy because I don't know this stuff. I've researched stuff. I know, like, when you're talking about teenagers, I didn't know it was female specific, but just the hormonal changes that poltergeists are drawn to. Like, I've heard this stuff. I've looked at it, but I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. And hearing people's experiences is just, I love this.
Oh,
this is fun.
This is what I'm talking about. Like the stretching of your mind. You know what I mean? Just kind of grab those little spots in your skull that you never picked at before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just grab them out and play with them and like, what the fuck is like a thunderbird, dude?
Could I even imagine seeing a thunderbird? Like, I am obsessed every time. I'm like, hawk, love birds of prey, owls, hawks, anything. Birds of prey. When you're talking about the thunderbirds. gliding and not flapping its wing, that's a birds of prey. That's what they do. They glide through the air. So it's like everything you're saying goes back to the science of what a bird of prey would be if it was a giant, like I think the largest one, I forgot what it's called. It was a type of eagle.
Condor,
that's
actually.
extinct.
There's condor, and then there's also the large one as well as a golden eagle.
Yeah, no, it's an extinct version. Hawk's eagle, or because that's one of the ones they think that went extinct.
It says the largest flying bird is generally considered the California condor, which can stand up to 4.5 feet tall with a wingspan of over 8 feet wide. So this could potentially be a source of a legendary thunderbird. Yeah, it's right here.
This was a lot longer than 8 feet.
Yeah, we ain't in California. Ain't no California anything coming over here. California don't like it here. Nobody likes this place compared to California. Look at Timmy, man. Look at Timmy getting all hostile. Why are you trying to kill my personality, Richie? I'll be a dick if I want. But listen, I gotta hear about Sam's story a little bit. And what's this? Courtney says, depending on the situation, the spirit could be scared. They can attack out of fear, not malice. Not every scratch or attack is demonic or evil. You're 100% correct, Courtney, because you have to understand a lot of them haven't crossed over, as Matt was talking about, and they don't know where to go, and they're a little panicked. And there's even little kids that have been said to scratch people down low on their legs and things like that. They're scared, they're freaked out. They don't know what the next stage of existence is. And I've had the beautiful experience of being able to cross people over. And I've done it on 3 different occasions. And I truly believe, I didn't watch, it wasn't a big, end of a show or sitcom or, movie type thing where lights came in and they walked off with their silhouette. You know what I mean? It wasn't anything like that. I felt it, I knew it. And afterwards the room was different. And I've had the opportunity and blessing to be able to do something like that. I've done it on 3 different occasions, and one of them was in my house in Carver, and I had to let him out a basement window. That was the weird part, because you do your sage and things like that. So yeah, we are, and I entered their space, and a lot of times though, for me, I'm a conduit, so I have people that kind of walk up to my space in my area. You know what I mean? So
I know what I'd do to somebody in Texas if they walked right into my home. I don't know what I'd do in Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts, you got to drag the body in after.
So it was called a Haast's eagle, Haast.
Oh, wow.
It's based out of New Zealand and Australia. That's the one.
New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, New Zealand.
It went extinct 700 years ago.
700 years. I didn't even heard of this thing. I got to look it up. What's the size of it?
Well, it's in metric, so shit. I don't know.
It's in metric.
Yeah, it's around. Dubbed the flying tiger, could take down one of the heaviest birds that ever lived.
Dubbed the flying tiger. That's where I leave the room, man.
Yeah.
So the Haast eagle actually hunted one of the largest birds to have ever lived, but it was the largest, one of the largest flying ones.
How do you spell that, Bobby Lee?
Haast. Haast's apostrophe S.
ST.
15-kilogram bird of prey. So what is 15 kilograms?
I don't know. We have to ask Siri.
Somebody ask Siri. Yeah.
That's in weight.
That's weight. Yeah. Wingspan of up to 3 meters.
Oh, okay. How much is 15 kilograms in weight? 15 kilograms. 33 pounds. Almost 31. 34, I mean.
So 10 foot wingspan.
A 10-foot wingspan and a 34-pound bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 2 Thanksgivings, ain't it?
Well, that's actually kind of a small body in a way, like a turkey.
Well, turkeys. I know it is kind of, right.
Yeah.
Because you have a 33-pound turkey, but you'd have 10-pound wings. No wonder why everybody made fun of him and he's extinct. he's that one of the. Remember the cartoons? My mama told me to bring something up for dinner.
That was the dodo bird, and the dodo bird was extinct.
Yeah, well, that's who you just brought up, the Haast dodo bird. Everybody.
No, it's one of those. It's one of those birds that used to live, and it has all the stories, the backstories, the folklore, and that people still believe could be alive today, and are what some of these sightings are.
I mean, I don't know. Man. Listen, when he's talking about I'm sorry, bro. When he's talking about the wisps and the colors of the wings and the everlasting changes, that's pretty fucking detailed, dude. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that's what he saw. I'm just explaining a different type of giant bird that is
Freaking
used as an
mind-blowing.
explanation.
And
What
you
he
know what's
saw
funny?
has nothing to do with that.
And you know what's funny, Matt? I believe you're chosen for certain things, brother. I'm telling you, man. I feel that energy, bro. I'm the same way. I've been in situations where there's no other electronics around and something happens, and I'm like, oh my God, I just had my friggin' phone and I didn't get that. But guess what? If you had that frequency going, you wouldn't have had that experience. And that's what I try to explain to people. I heard Bigfoot talking to each other. Two of them chat. They literally went, like, seriously, like you hear it? It's the Sierra Sounds. I heard it friggin' 50, 75 feet from me, for Christ's sakes. I couldn't see him. And I was with Dave McCullough, the vice president of BFRO, co-founder of Squatchachusetts, and at the time, this other investigator who has a lot of knowledge. And we heard them talking. We all just sat there dumbfounded as we were going to leave the woods. And they said, I can't believe we didn't have...
talking.
Oh, they had a language, bro. They went, and then he hit a tree it went bang with a knock, and then the other one replied to him deeper. It was like, and then he hit the tree, and we were sitting there with our fucking mouse on the ground, and I'm like, how come nobody pulled out a freaking phone? we all wrapped up like we were ready to leave the woods, man. And I said, that seriously, that's what it sounded like. And then at the end of it, it ended with a tree knock. So it kind of validated that it was a Sasquatch. It was an amazing experience. But I believe if I had my phone up, my frequencies going, I wouldn't have had that experience. So don't beat yourself up over that. These are things that play with the energy around us. You know what I mean? So this is cool stuff. So listen, we're gonna see you in 2 weeks, though. I want you to no more. You gotta see this. Don't listen to Bobby Lee. She's trying to drain that 2 weeks out of you, man.
You only get 2 hours in 2 weeks, and he's got like 7 hours worth of stories. He just said he had like 3.5 hours of audio.
I love reoccurring guests.
Yeah.
We'll do we can always do what I work in. We make sequels.
Perfect.
You know?
Yeah, we will have a sequel. Not only will we have a sequel, bro, we're gonna go out and investigate together.
That would be fun. I would definitely do that.
That's going to happen. I got a lot of live aspirations coming up in my head, and Paul Bobby Lee's like, "Oh God, here we go. I got to do this technology." But I'm like,
no, I want to get out. I want to get out and do this stuff. I'd love to get out and do another one.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that
still
still shot when my show opens. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, I've been working on that shit. I used to do. I used to do these. Like I used to do the Kmart. Remember Kmart? Anybody old enough to remember Kmart? You open up their like ad and you see the kid in there. He's all.
Yeah.
Remember that dude, right? Right. And then there's the one that he's like. I think that was like Sears.
Oh God, yeah.
That was probably Sears. And then they had like the leg up one. The leg was up like
JC Penney.
JC Penney all day. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want that type of shit on my show. So, all right, awesome. So listen, bro, I appreciate you coming in. This was kick ass. It worked out. Little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning, but the bottom line is my producer's super awesome, and she can make this shit happen. And
she did a good job.
No, I'm super
Thank
psyched.
you.
I love Kmart. Hey Sam, I love Kmart. The first time I ever saw an automatic door was in Kmart, right? And it had the black pad that you run up and step on. And I went running for that thing, man. It was in Rockland, Massachusetts. And I went running. I'm like, I'm gonna go get that pad. And I blew right by this elderly couple. And my mother was old school Italian, man. And she grabbed me like a truck driver by the collar. Sucked backwards because I ran by the elderly couple. She goes, "Don't you ever run in front of your elders again." And I was like, oh shit. So the people got to step on it before me. I was very upset.
Wojo said he's in.
Yeah, Wojo's in. Wojo's my boy. Listen, I love having you. Thank you for coming on. We're gonna close out our show. No, dude, I love it.
Thank you.
This is super exciting.
Thank you both.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see you in 2
I'll even
weeks.
I'll give you a bonus video then as well with me getting struck by lightning. The second time in my life.
I'll send it to my mom. She's been hit twice.
Yeah, him too.
I'm gonna have to get my mother on the show so you two can talk about getting struck twice.
This is getting spooky.
But that's not all. I was also in a tornado inside of it, caught in it twice, the same tornado. And there's a little story with that with my twin brother.
I just said I wanted to see a tornado, but I didn't. Yeah.
It
I don't
was,
know that I want to be inside a tornado. I want to get close enough so I can see it and then make sure I never get in its path, but there's no way to do that.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Trust me.
With Matt. What the hell,
I
Matt?
know, right? I know. I have the worst luck.
No,
And
dude, I told you, it's your energy, bro. I'm telling you, you're chosen for these things, brother. It's all good.
But the worst part, whoever said to play the lottery if you get struck by lightning, I would like to beat them.
Yeah.
I got the Powerball. First 3 numbers were right. The last 3, each of them, and I swear on this, each of them were off by 1 number.
Yeah, instead you got hit
Because
by
you got
lightning.
struck by lightning twice. You picked
Exactly.
it put you off just by like 1.
I know, right?
Bro,
And the video was accidental because I was gonna record a tornado. We were having a tornado warning, so I figured I'm gonna get this one because I'll explain that story next time.
Yeah.
And when my twin brother called, I'll tell you the whole story then. But that's when it hit me, and it got funny and pretty scary at the same time.
Dude,
Jeez.
man.
I cannot wait
do
to
me a
hear
favor,
this.
Matt. Do me a favor. What you say?
I'll stay away from storms.
No, I don't want you to. I want you to get close to them. Listen, I got an idea. What do you do for a living?
I'm an actor.
Oh, excellent. So put on a GoPro and walk around your whole life. Don't ever take it off, not once. Okay?
Not yet.
And
You
invest
got
in a Faraday cage.
Ever. I'm on batteries. You just keep changing them. Change those batteries.
No kid. That's why I have rechargeables on the wall right now, recharging.
Yeah, you need one on you at all times, my man. I can't wait to talk to you in 2 weeks. Thank you for coming on the show. I hope everybody enjoyed Matt, someone from our audience. Dude, you came from our audience and just blew our minds with thunderbirds, tornadoes, lightning.
I tried.
This is why you need to interact with your audience. I'm trying to tell you, you need an interactive podcast. Don't just chat. Bring people in. You're here for a reason. Everybody's into this shit for a reason. You know what I mean?
And hey, if you join that Facebook fan group, you'll get the link every week. So,
yep.
And hit the like and subscribe button.
Yes.
Do not forget that. And Wojo, your brother
and if
says,
you
I
don't,
wish that tornado. Look at your brother.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
What an ass. What an ass.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
Everybody's an ass.
Oh, look at Sam's got a. Okay, here's my exciting story. I was 5 years old, got my head caught in the Walmart automatic doors. It squeezed my head for like 2 seconds, but that was 2 seconds of hell. Sam, that's not a tornado or lightning, but it must have felt like it at 5 years old.
No, that's our Kmart story, but at Walmart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, here's my exciting story.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
He just left us with a cliffhanger. Oh yeah, we're gonna hear more about
and the only way is to like and subscribe to, so it'll pop up in your notifications.
Really? Oh yeah, on that one, yeah. Look at Sam. Yeah, Sam's got a lot of connections, man. You gotta talk to her, yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, she does a lot. You gotta check out her work, man. She got a lot of cool little things on her YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah, the best way I could say it's just like she puts pieces together. I don't know. She's like her own production company, I guess. Pretty kick ass.
I have to make new reels too.
Yeah.
Check
out
Sam, drop your YouTube link in our chat.
Yeah,
I want to definitely subscribe. Throw it in there.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
Man.
And if you are on YouTube, throw your links to your YouTubes in your chat, please. We want we want to build the community, and I definitely want to find them.
Absolutely.
You guys see my ticker I made? That's my ticker. This is my technology. This is what I do when Bobby Lee isn't looking.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Patty? Did she fall again? This is me.
It wasn't me this time. I swear, I was just sitting here.
Yeah. And meanwhile, here's Bobby Lee. All professional, 9 p.m. Blah blah blah. No, here I am, Bobby Lee, and me. All right. Well, that's good.
There are two kinds of people,
Hey, Sam, did you drop your link yet? I'm gonna wait to close out the show until you drop your link. Get your link, Marty. Oh, there it is. Everybody, check out Sam's Pretty Paranormal, man. She got some kick-ass shit on her channel, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, anybody else that wants to too, we'll make up tickers every week and throw your stuff across the bottom of the screen. We'll share it. We'll do somebody a couple times, somebody else a couple times. You know what I mean? And we'll just keep your names flowing so people can check out your stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, I swore, Mama Hubbard.
Mama Hubbard, she says, I'll miss Winnipesaukee, but you don't have to miss it. That's the beauty of it, Ma. You know,
Yeah.
you can go up to New Hampshire, you can enjoy it, and you can watch it from a
Yes.
distance.
Yes. We're always.
Thank you, Sam.
All right. So listen. All right. I'm going to say bye to Matt, and we're going to close out the show. Thank you so much, bro. I can't wait
Thank
to talk to
you.
you in 2 weeks.
Thank
You
you,
two were
Matt.
awesome. I
I've never-
appreciate it.
Listen, I've never meant this before more than I do right now. Be safe.
No promises.
All right, here we go. All right, how do we do? Let's go. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Everybody hear me okay? All right. What do you think, Bobby Lee?
I think it was a fun show. This is all new to me.
It was everywhere. You know what it was? It was an actual 3D picture of your ADHD and my ADD together.
I know.
Was it not? Right?
I love Thunderbirds. Here we got a story about that. This was incredible.
You got a freaking Thunderbird sighting.
And it was so good.
In my
the
first Bridgewater
Triangle
Triangle show ever. This is crazy.
We got a
dude.
Bridgewater Triangle story about one of my favorite cryptids, the Thunderbird.
This is just insane. See, listen, everybody on the side, I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with us and just kind of going along with our banter and chaos. And this is the show that I love and envisioned when I started this, because that's where my mind goes. We'll always have guests. We'll always get to the bottom of things. But every once in a while, I love that alphabet soup type theory. I love that ad lib type theory. Bobby Lee, you're an absolute amazing person, amazingly talented human. And I love having you on my side. I truly mean that. And
thank you.
I'm very blessed. And I was very smart by calling the right person and go, hey, I want to start a podcast.
That is what happened.
Yeah,
I said, boy, did you ask the right person.
3 days later, I had laptops, computers, lights, screens. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I was propped up, getting dusted with some rouge. All right, sorry. You guys still here? All right. So anyways, listen, follow me on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Banter with Richie B, man. Banter with Richie B on TikTok, Instagram. Like and subscribe. Follow me on all those. Let's go. I need more followers.
BanterWithRichieB.com/shop. We've got.
Don't forget it. Yeah. Oh, don't forget about the show. Listen, I got gear coming. It's supposed to be here by next week's show, and I'm going to be wearing my gear, and you're going to be freaking jealous because my shit's insane. So go to my shop and order some. I know my boy Andrew ordered some. I don't know why you haven't. Okay. If you ain't got the money, just borrow it off somebody. You'll pay them back later. It's no big deal. They'll get over it. So I want to thank my producer and friend, Bobby Lee. I want to thank everybody on the side, man. You guys are absolutely kick ass. This show would be nothing without you guys, man. I truly love it. And it's therapeutic for me and brings me many blessings. So we'll be here Saturday, 6 p.m. Drew Babineau, Haunted Raven Photography.
Amazing photography.
Do your research beforehand, man. Go check his shit out, and you will want to be here Saturday at 6 and hang with us. All right? Thank you, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you.
No,